Shanti Shanti.
Our focus, the moment the consciousness reveals something, this watch is revealed, immediately this consciousness is revealing the watch. Our focus is on the watch and not on the consciousness which is revealing the watch. So as long as there is vritti, our focus will be on the vritti. So when no vritti is revealed, nothing is revealed, then the consciousness reveals itself. And we get to know, who am I? The consciousness reveals itself. So yogas chitta vritti nirodha, the removal of all the vrittis, it called yoga. Then he explains that what is this state? He says, tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam. What is this state when all vrittis have gone? He is saying tada, then it is drashtu swarupe avasthanam. That we are remaining in our swarupa. Drashtu means the darshaka. We are seeing certain things. We are the seer. Now the seer is not seeing anything because there is no vritti. So the seer is established in his own swarupa, in his own identity. That is why the Atma reveals there. He is established in his own identity. Tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam. Then what happens in the state other than this, when there is no vritti nirodha? There comes the great revelation there. He says, vritti sarupyam itaratra. Vritti sarupyam itaratra. We should try to understand this. Any time it may take, we have to contemplate on it more and more and more till it becomes revealed to us the truth of this statement. He says all our interactional phase, be it outer interactions with the external world or internal thinking, analyzing, contemplating, whatever it is, there are vrittis going on. In such cases, that consciousness, the Atma, is appearing as that vritti. Vritti sarupyam itaratra. Whenever there is a vritti, if we are interacting with the external world, those are the vrittis in us. If we are sitting in a room and thinking about God or thinking about self-realization or thinking about anything, those are the vrittis there. So in all the other states, when it is vritti free, in all the other states, wherever there is a vritti, actually we should not think that it is something other has appeared, some other world has appeared, some other person has appeared, some other thought has appeared. There is no otherness here at all. It is vritti sarupyam itaratra. It is the same seer, the same drashta who was seeing the object. The same drashta is taking such forms. Vritti sarupyam itaratra. When there are vrittis, when the mind is not free of vrittis, then it is not that something else has appeared. World is not different from us. The world we are perceiving, it is within us, and that perception is an appearance in our own consciousness. That is what I meant by swagata bhedaha. That means bheda means differential vision is there, but it is on appearing on the same uniform Atma or consciousness. We don't forget that truth anymore. So we don't get deluded by the differential appearance, the fragmented appearance of the world. All the delusions get removed by that vision. So that is what is meant by the swagata bheda, I said. He says, tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvam idam vibhati. When we just read the verse, it will appear that, well, with the God's brilliance, everything else is becoming revealed. That is fine. But we have to go deeper and higher, where we understand that this whole universe projected before us, it is nothing but an Atma Vibhuti. It is our own self, our own identity, our own consciousness which is taking this glorious form of the huge universe with so many galaxies getting born, so many galaxies getting destroyed, with that hugeness whatever we have, or even the smallness whatever we think of. All these are vibhuti of our own Atma, of our own self. They are all appearing in that same self, the consciousness. Let us go to the next verse. ब्रह्मैवेदमृतं पुरस्ताद् ब्रह्म ब्रह्मैवेदमृतं पुरस्ताद् ब्रह्म पश्चाद् ब्रह्म दक्षिणतश्चोत्तरेण अधश्चोर्ध्वं च प्रसितं ब्रह्मैवेदं विश्वमिदं वरिष्ठम् See, here also we have first to understand the direct meaning, then we have to go deeper and deeper. Actually, this is how they are expanding the concept. When we discover the Atma going within, as they have said, kosha, that hiranmaye pare koshe virajam brahma nishkalam, that we go within and that brilliant kosha inside, there we discovered the Atma. Now, whatever they may say, when we discovered the Atma and come back, immediately we may not be able to understand that the whole world is an appearance in that Atma. Even when we are established in the Atma, we have to, through knowledge, it must shine it through knowledge, it must shine in our intelligence, in our pratibodha or prajna or the bodhi, that the whole world is nothing but an appearance in the consciousness of the Brahman alone. And that consciousness is not a material which you can know as different from you. That is what can be known only as amness. So, they are now talking about the Brahman, that Brahmaivedam amritam purastad brahma paschad brahma dakshinataschottarena adhaschordhvam cha prasitam. He says this Amrita, that Brahman which is the Amrita means which is immortal, because there is no change, it is beyond all janma mrityu, it is beyond all causality, beyond all change. So he says that is right in front, purastad, paschat, behind you, on the right, on the left, dakshinataschottarena. All around is Brahman alone. Adhaschordhvam cha prasritam. It is spread even above and below. That is all the surrounding. Actually, they could have said that within also, that we can add. That everywhere this Brahman is spread. Brahmaivedam vishwamidam varishtham. See, here, this word varishtham, which means great, shrestha, that can be interpreted in two manners, because varishtham can be used with Brahma or it can as well be used with Vishwam. Both are Napunsakalinga, so it can be used with either. When you say when you tag it with Brahman, then it means the Brahman is the supreme reality, it is the Shrestha, it is the supreme reality. That is Varishtham Brahma is fine. Similarly, you can use Varishtham Vishwam, because for us, ignorant people, what is Varishtham is the huge universe. We are looking at the universe with so much of awe. We think we are small, puny human beings moving on the small earth. Where is the position of this earth in that entire universe? Even in solar system, where are we? We cannot find our position at all. So we have a feeling of very, very unimaginable greatness about the external universe and a smallness about our own self. So for us, Vishwam is Varishtham. But what he says now is that whatever you have discovered as we discover as our real identity, the Atma, that itself is the Brahman, and the whole Varishtham Vishwam is appearing in that. That is nothing different from that Brahman. As I said, that the whole thing is written in that consciousness. As I said, as Swagata Bheda, it is all written in the consciousness. So by this vision, we unify the whole universe, and the whole universe becomes within us, within our consciousness. Now here one point we have to go with lot of depth, that why are they saying that Brahman is here, in front, behind, above, below, to the right, to the left, everywhere is Brahman? Is it that we start finding that on the right is Brahman, on the left is Brahman, in front is Brahman? Do we see Brahman like that? We should ask such questions. What is this realization? That are we to, first we discovered Brahman going within our Hrid Guha or Buddhi Guha, going within, where from the amness is coming. That is, who am I? There we discovered the consciousness, the Atma, the revealer of everything. Now after that they are saying, after saying Hiranmaye Pare Koshe, now this is coming. Here he is saying that Brahman is here, Brahman is there, etc. So is it that we will start finding the same Brahman here, there, etc.? It is not like that. Brahman is not any material object that you will start seeing, oh, here is consciousness, there is consciousness, there is consciousness. It is not at all like that. It means that whatever you see here, there, here, everywhere, it is not only outside, internally also. That revelation of that is taking place in Brahman. They are all written in Brahman. Your vision outside, wherever you are seeing the whole universe, in seeing the universe, we have a feeling that I am small here, fragmented from the universe, and they are all different. It is not like that. The whole universe is appearing only because it is revealed by the Brahman. So that when we see the revealer, they all get unified. That is the Abheda Darshanam. That is why it is said, Abheda Darshanam Jnanam. The knowledge is Abheda Darshanam. In Mandukya Karika, Gaudapada says, Anadi Mayaya Supto Yada Jivaha Prabudhyate Ajam Anidram Aswapnam Advaitam Budhyate Tada. Anadi Mayaya Supto Yada Jivaha Prabudhyate Ajam Anidram Aswapnam Advaitam Budhyate Tada. He says that this ignorance or this seeing, having a differential vision about the world, fragmented vision about the world, the ignorance we are suffering from, which is called Maya, that is Anadi. There is no Adi. I will go into it further detail. That we are all sleeping. He says that even our wakeful state is also really a sleep. Anadi Mayaya Supto. We are all covered by this ignorance created by this delusion, this Maya. So we are all really speaking sleeping, whether we are wakeful, whether we are dreaming, or we are in the deep sleep state, whatever the three states are, we are only sleeping. Anadi Mayaya Supto Yada Jivaha Prabudhyate. When he wakes up from this timeless, ageless sleep, when he wakes up, prabudhyate, prakrishta rupena budhyate, prabudhyate. That means he gets into that turiya state, as we have discussed earlier, that when he discovers his own identity, prabudhyate. What happens then? Ajam anidram aswapnam advaitam budhyate tada. He finds the ajam, that there is no janma, no mrityu also, because there is no change. It is beyond all changes, beyond causality. So ajam means there is no birth, there is no death. That is why we say that we are immortal. That is why the rishis sang that Shrinvantu Vishve Amritasya Putraha. That you are all Amrita's children, you are all children of immortality. So he comes to know that ajam, there is no janma, there is no mrityu also. Ajam anidram, there is nothing called nidra, because we are already sleeping in ignorance. Otherwise, for this consciousness which I am in reality, for that consciousness there is no nidra, because in Sushupti also it is awake. It knows that I did not know anything, so it is still awake. For him it is anidra, aswapnam. There is no swapna for it, because all the vision of the swapna, it is remaining in jagarana. That viewer of the seer of the swapna is the reality. Seer of the wakeful world is the reality. The seer of the shunya in deep sleep or sushupti is the reality. That seer is the reality. When he comes to know that ajam anidram aswapnam advaitam buddhyate tada, then he comes to know this non-duality. What is the meaning of this non-duality? That the whole thing is appearing in the same. Here we have to go into further detailed discussions on reality. How they are unfolding the whole truth. First he said that you discover who are you, discover your Atma, and for that you start proceeding within where from that I-ness or the amness is coming. Hiranmaye parekoshe. Now when you discover that no, it is not encapsulated like that. What I have discovered is, it is not a discovery where I was there and the soul was there. I saw the Atma different from me. No, it is not like that. There was no thought, no concept, nothing. That small I got merged into the Advaya I, the non-dual I. That was the discovery. But when we come out from that, again we may think that it is to be discovered only within. That is, for discovery we went looking within. But we may think that it is existing there only, and outside it is a different world, different from the Atma. That is not going. So that has to go by this knowledge of the Brahman, that what we saw in Atma, the whole universe is appearing in that. So the differential vision what we have, it is not really differential, it is Swagata Bheda, it is all written in that consciousness. In our Shastras generally, it is called, first is the Atma Sakshatkara. You discover the Atma going within you. After the Atma Sakshatkara, when we get stabilized in it, say Atma Sthiti, we move over to Brahma Sthiti. That is through knowledge. That we should remember. It is not that you start seeing Brahman here, there, everywhere it is Brahman. It is not like that. We have to understand the mystery of this appearance of the whole universe and then contemplate on it deeper and deeper until it shines in our prajna, in our bodhi, not through the intellectual exercise, but the truth shines naturally in our pratibodha, the fundamental of from where the buddhi is coming. Whenever we are referring to the buddhi, we are actually talking about the effortful buddhi. That is necessary initially to understand the truth. To understand the truth, we have to put the effort of the buddhi. But by that constant contemplation, constant rumination on truth, as the buddhi becomes more and more sattvic, the whole being undergoes a sattvika transformation. Finally, what happens is that the truth of this reality, it simply shines in the, we say, bodhi or pratibodha. In Kenopanishad it is said, pratibodha viditam matam amritatvam hi vindate. Pratibodha viditam matam amritatvam hi vindate. When a person attains immortality, amritatvam, pratibodha viditam, when he finds that revealer, the truth, the Atma, the Brahman, in every perception, at the base of all the buddhivritti, all the perception, each perception, where from they are coming, at the base of each, at the fundamental level of each, it is the same truth, it is the consciousness everywhere. That is called the pratibodha. So the truth will shine there naturally, spontaneously. That is called the knowledge. That is why it is said that drishtim jnanamayam kritva pashyet brahmamayam jagat. It is not an experience in the sense of samadhi. Samadhi is a physical experience which will remain in our memory, and we can refer to that on such and such day, such and such time I had samadhi. It's a state. So before that it was not samadhi, and after that also it is not samadhi. But what we are talking about, the truth, it is not state dependent. Once we come to know our real identity, We know that I was like that, I am this, and I will be like that. Whatever is the change, there is no change at all. No change ever is going to come. That is why we become immortal. Pratibodha viditam matam amritatvam hi vindate. When we find that truth in every perception, we find that and that alone. All the variegated appearance, they are only appearance. But the truth is that consciousness. We find it at the base of every perception. So when they are saying Brahman in the front, Brahman in the back, Brahman on the right, Brahman on the left, it is not that wherever we look, oh, this is Brahman, that is Brahman. It is not like that. But whatever we see all around us, and not only externally, internally, within us also, they are all revealed by the Brahman. They are revelation in Brahman, as if they are all written in Brahman. By that, the Brahman does not undergo any change at all. It remains where it is. There lies a great truth about this discovery. Generally, whenever we are looking for the ultimate truth behind the world, see, we start with causality, because from birth we are given to the conception of causality. We find that whatever we do, according to that the effect comes. If we push the table moves. If we take food, our hunger gets satiated. Everything is linked by causality. So naturally, when many things are there happening in this world, and we don't find any causality, any cause behind that, we are not able to find out any cause, then we start imagining or inferring some cause behind that. That is why in the olden days, our gods were all the special natural powers, like that the flood, where from the flood has suddenly come, we don't know. Earthquake, where from it has come, we don't know. Lightning, suddenly where from it is coming, we don't know. So we had the sun god, the water god, the wind god, everything was considered as God, as natural power. Actually, Devaha means it has come from Dib Dhatu, that means brilliant. That means which has got its own power, own self-revealing power. So all the natural powers, they were called Devas. Like that it came. Like that the concept of the God, finally it came as in this huge universe. Where from it has come? We are not able to understand. So we conceived of some God behind that. But in this causality is not the ultimate. Because when we think in terms of causality, we are never going to find out the ultimate truth at all. Because suppose, I might have told it earlier also, suppose we find out B as the cause of A, then naturally our question, by causality itself, the question will be, what is the cause of B? So we find out C as the cause of B. Again our question will be, what is the cause of C? So because we are thinking in terms of causality, this question is never going to stop. Suppose at the ultimate we find out Z, then naturally the question will be that where from that Z was born. So if we think of some God controlling the whole universe sitting somewhere, then also the question for the inquirer will be that who created that God? That question is never going to be answered. So if we think of some cause which is a material or objective cause for the cause of this objective universe, it is not going to end there. We will think that what is the cause of that? And if it is a material cause, then naturally that matter also is included in the whole universe. So what is the cause of the universe? What is the cause of this phenomena we are seeing? If we look for a cause, by its very definition we cannot reach a cause. Because our very logic will ask that what is the cause of that last point. This is in our Shastras, it is called Anavastha Doshaha. That this is a defect of the logic, that we are not getting any ultimate foundation or ground where we can stand and analyze the world. In English it is called infinite regression. Infinite regression means it is never going to end. These questions will continue. So if at all there is any ultimate truth, then by definition it has to be beyond the causality. It cannot be related by the causal chain. Not only that, it will not cause the universe also. Suppose we find some ultimate truth which is giving rise to the universe, then again we are linking that truth to by the causal chain. So again that question will come. So if we say there is something as the truth which is not further causality we can apply to that, the same logic will tell us it cannot cause the universe also. The universe cannot be a material causation, it cannot be a product of material causation. So then we look for that what is there other than this objective universe. This analysis we are doing in terms of the objective analysis of the objectitude of the objective universe.